Grateful to have you here with us. Tonight we are celebrating, this whole weekend we're celebrating our Sesquicentennial. Everybody say it with me, Sesquin. You got it, our 150th anniversary. It's an incredibly exciting time for us here at the church, and we are so grateful to have you with us tonight, joining us in this celebration of music. In our Methodist tradition, our Wesleyan tradition, if you read the notes in this evening's program, song has been a part of the Methodist and the Wesleyan tradition since about the 1730s. It's a huge part of who we are. It is how Wesley taught people the faith, and it is how we join our head and our heart and our bodies in worship. And so it is fitting that here in this place and tonight that we join in this concert. This concert kind of blends some of our very historic Wesleyan tradition in music, as well as a brand new hymn that you all will be a part of participating in its world premiere. So you all will be some of the first voices ever to sing a hymn that may land in a Methodist hymnal sometime soon. So that's a pretty great thing. We wanted to be, as we are a part of this tradition, that we are a part of a tradition that both looks back and looks forward, and that we are part of generating the next phase of the Wesleyan tradition. So I'm so very grateful to have a hymn that was composed by our very own Aaron Shows, with lyrics written by Paul Audley. So we'll get to that a little bit later in the service. Oh, I didn't introduce myself, by the way. My name is Amy Aiken. I am the senior pastor here at Pasadena First, and welcome. Now, if this is your first time here, first of all, we invite you to join us any Sunday. We would love to have you come and join us. Tomorrow morning, our bishop will be preaching here. We have a great service planned for tomorrow morning, so we'd love to have you join us for that. And if you've not been here before, you might want to know that there are bathrooms just out the door that away. And then following the service, it's not a service, the concert this evening, we'll have refreshments out on our beautiful, what we call cloister, the courtyard patio. So we invite you to just join in this wonderful celebration of music in the Methodist and Wesleyan tradition. And I present Scott Limkuhl, our Director of Music Ministries.
Thank you, Pastor Amy. I'm Scott Limkuhl, Director of Music Ministries here at First United Pasadena, and I want to welcome you all. Thank you for being here for this wonderful concert that I'm sure you're going to enjoy. We are celebrating our musical traditions here at in the Methodist tradition and paying tribute to all of the musicians, past and present, who have spent their time and talents in serving this congregation. There are a couple things I'd like you to know about the concert tonight. We have a couple unifying elements, and one of them is Charles Wesley himself, who was a prolific hymn writer. So throughout this concert, you are going to be participating by singing some Wesleyan hymns for us. And then we will follow those Wesleyan hymns with a choral arrangement using that same text, only with newly composed music in most cases, with maybe a little bit of quotation of the original hymn. So that's one of the unifying elements. The other unifying element is Aaron Shows, our wonderful organist, who wrote this beautiful hymn that you will hear in different variations, and he's going to talk about that in a little while. So first off, we have our first Wesleyan hymn, which is "Oh, for a Thousand Tongues to Sing." And this is originally from an 18-stanza hymn, which he titled "For the Anniversary Day of Conversion." And it was written a year after Charles had experienced a spiritual reawakening. It recalls the words of Peter Böhler, who said, "Had I 1,000 tongues, I would praise God with them all." So, this hymn reflects the exuberance of a heart overwhelmed by the desire to proclaim God's greatness and the salvation found in Jesus Christ. Traditionally, this is the first hymn found in the Methodist hymnal. So join me in singing hymn number 57, verses 1 and 2.
Good evening. My name is Aaron Schaus. I am the organist here at FUMC Pasadena, and this hymn tonight has a lot of stuff behind it. About 3 or 4 months ago, Paul Audley and I met for burgers down on Lake Avenue to figure out how to make a hymn. And what's the theme going to be? How are we going to tie this all in together? I know I had to figure out how to write a tune for this. We had no idea what to do, and then a few days later, I was in the shower, and I had this thought. about threads and weaving and sewing and coming together to create something much bigger. So I texted Paul and said, "This is my idea." He goes, "How inspirational." And then he goes up and writes this text, sends it to me, and we go back and forth, and we come up with this text that you have today. This 4-verse thing involving us all being threads that are woven together and creating this blanket that it has all these different colors in it, and we're much stronger when we're sewn together. So now the tune, how do I write a tune for this? So the words came first. For me, those of it that know me, I have this theory about good hymns. And I've had people tell me before that they just don't think this has any merit to it at all, but I think this is very true, and that I think good hymns and good hymn writers, not to say that I'm one of them, but good hymn writers have begun hymns with a 3-note repeated pattern to symbolize the Trinity. So you think of a mighty fortress as our God. Da, 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 3 notes. Lo, how a rose ere blooming. Da, 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 da. Ah, holy Jesus in Lent. Da, 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 da. 3 notes. You think, what's the Trinity hymn that has this? Holy, holy, holy. There's a problem with holy, 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 because holy is 2 syllables. So there's 2 notes for every holy. But once you've gotten through holy, 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 what happens next? Da, 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 da. 3 notes. So I've had this in my head that I think good hymns have to have a 3-note repeated opening somehow. And I never had the opportunity to do that until now. So I began this tune. As you see in front of you, the first 3 notes are the same, on the same space on the staff there. So I'm trying my best to be a good hymn writer. But anyhow, that's how the story of this hymn came to be. And it's really interesting how the tune, you can see, kind of goes up and down, much like you would think a sewing needle would do. The notes go up and come down and up and down. The very last line of the tune has this ascending phrase, and I think of that as sort of the end of the sewing line, where you bring the loop through and go back through at the end. So it's this long, winding ending to it. But the tune itself mimics, in my mind, sewing and weaving together things. So with the text and the tune, this is God, the Weaver. I invite you to stand, and I will play it through once so you can hear what it sounds like, and then we'll sing all 4 verses.
Thank you, Aaron. The next two pieces on our program are by a former organist from this church, James Hopkins. And he has a number of things up in our library that I've been perusing over the last few months. And I came up with a couple that seemed doable for us and also interesting. So the first one's an arrangement of Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing, and that one's a fairly traditional setting. And then we have a rather more modern setting piece, Welcome All Wonders, which actually in 1993 won the American Guild of Organists Award for choral composition.
Streams of mercy never
while they're tuning there. I wanted to mention also, I mentioned earlier about having the idea in the shower, and I think back to all the great hymns, and I wonder what their stories were behind writing those hymns. We don't have that context, but I shared this with you. So anyway, so the theme tonight, this hymn theme, being about weaving threads together and combining, I thought it'd be really cool to have this theme woven, through the program. And so I've written two pieces tonight for piano and cello, very different in style. This first one is like an old Baroque jig from the 1700s, and I hope you enjoy. There's this one, and then later on there's a meditation that's much more contemporary, but it's kind of weaving this theme through, and then later on you'll hear the choir also sing a piece based on this.
David. So next up, you get to sing again. All right. So our second Wesleyan hymn for this evening is Jesus, Lover of My Soul. Now, Jesus, Lover of My Soul is a deeply moving hymn written in 1740. The lyrics convey a heartfelt plea for refuge and safety in the midst of life's trials and storms. The image of Jesus as a tender and compassionate lover speaks to the intimate relationship between the believer and Christ, one marked by deep affection, care, and protection. In times of fear or danger, the believer is invited to take shelter in Christ, who is the ultimate source of comfort, salvation, and peace. Let us sing together hymn number 479, verses 1 and 4.
Thank you, Aaron, once again for an incredible piece of music. And thank you all for coming. I'm Paul Audley, I'm your concert host, and thank you all for noticing that this month we are at 7 instead of 4 at our third or first concerts. Greatly appreciated. We'll be taking a short intermission, during which time we would appreciate anything you might want to contribute so that we can keep this free program going for the community. And it won't be a long intermission, but folks will be coming among you. There's also a QR code on the back of your program if you prefer to contribute in that fashion. We'll be rethreading the bobbins and putting yarn back in the loom, and as soon as that's done, we'll be ready to go again. Thank you.
All right. Is everybody ready for some more music? Ready? Singing, yes. So, our next hymn that you'll be singing is Love Divine, All Loves Excelling. And this was a hymn that was written in 1747, and it has been described as one of Wesley's most theologically rich hymns. It speaks of the transformative power of God's love, perfect, all-encompassing, and capable of renewing both individuals and the entire world. As we sing this hymn, we are invited to experience the love of God, not as a distant idea, but as a present reality that transforms us from the inside out and hopefully gives inspiration to reflect that love in the world around us. So sing with me hymn number 384, verses 1 and 4. So one piece of big news we had this year at First United Methodist Pasadena was our merging with the St. James congregation, and they had a musician there that was very special to them, Jim Strathdy, and so we decided to honor him tonight with one of his more popular songs. I am the light of the world. You people come and follow me. If you follow and love, you'll learn the mystery of what you were meant to do and be. When the song of the angels is still, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and the shepherds have found their way home, the work of Christmas is begun. I am the light of the world. You people come and follow me. If you follow and love, you'll learn the mystery of what you were meant to do and be. The prisoner from all chains, to make the powerful care, to rebuild the nations with strength of goodwill, to see God's children everywhere. I am the light of the world. You people come and follow me. If you follow and love, you'll learn the mystery of what you were meant to do and be.
To bring hope to every task you do, to dance a baby's new birth, to make music in another person's heart, and sing to the colors of the earth. Of what you were meant to do and be.
That brings us to our final Wesleyan hymn of the evening, Come Thou Long Expected Jesus. You know, it's hard to believe that we are mere 2 weeks away from Advent. Soon, we will be hanging the greens in this sanctuary and making all of those plans and preparations for the most wonderful time of the year. Come Thou Long Expected Jesus is a beloved Advent hymn that captures the imagination or the anticipation and longing of the season as believers eagerly wait the coming of Christ. Written in 1744, this hymn expresses the deep desire for the arrival of the Savior, who would bring hope, redemption, and peace to a world in need of restoration. So it's going to be number 196.
Come,
Thank you all for coming again this evening. Next month, back at 4 o'clock on December 21st, Christmas Joy. There will be bells, there will be instruments, there will be choirs of all ages, and amazing greens throughout. In addition, we do have that reception for you immediately after in the cloister courtyard. It's right behind that massive rose window, so either set of doors around behind, and you're welcome to join us there. We're going to send you out with something that is also woven through this, which is a statement of unity. We are one. So we hope that you'll enjoy this final number, and we'll see you again, maybe tomorrow morning at 10 for church. Thank you.